next sem. So this is the starting of semester 5 and I am starting the part of industrial psychology. I will discuss today regarding the basic concepts of industrial psychology. Now, what is industrial psychology? The branch of psychology that is concerned with the study of behavior in work settings and the application of psychological principles to change work behavior is called industrial or organizational psychology. Now, today, where is industrial psychology standing? Industrial and organizational psychology is the scientific study of working and the application of that science to workplace issues facing individuals, teams, and organizations. The scientific method is applied to investigate issues of critical relevance to individuals, business, and society. Thus, the different facets of industrial and organizational psychology are human resource management, social psychology, business, cognitive psychology, clinical psychology. All these parts of psychology are thoroughly discussed and analyzed in industrial organizational psychology. Now, industrial psychology is the third or fourth of the most popular branches of psychology in India. It tries to understand the human problems that have arisen as a result of tremendous expansion of industry in the last few decades. Now, what are the functional goals of industrial psychology? There are actually many. Firstly, it has to deal with policy planning, also employee recruitment, employee selection, which person will be fitted best for which job, employee testing. All these are very important part of action in industrial psychology. Just like that, how a person can be trained to maximize his or her effort to bring about positive industrial change is another part. Just like that, improving work productivity, synthesizing work style, and improving management are different areas that industrial psychology actually deal with. Thus, if we think further, there are different course of actions of industrial psychology, and those are enlisted here, like job analysis, personnel recruitment, performance appraisal, in individual assessment, occupational health, quality assurance of productivity, modernization, and organizational culture. All these are very much important areas which an IO psychologist actually look into. Okay, and each of the part will be discussed in different later classes. Now, what is organizational behavior? Coming to organizational behaviors, at first we need to define what organization is. Organizations are defined as social arrangements constructed by people who can also change them. This is given by Buchanan and Huxniski. Organizations are a system of cooperative activities, and their coordination requires something intangible and personal, that is largely a matter of personal relationships. This is given by Barnard. Thus, organizational behavior is concerned with the study of the structure and functioning and performance of organizations and the behavior of groups and individuals within them. Pug, 1971. Thus, narrowing down the definition, this definition is given by Robbins. Organizational behavior is a field of study that investigates the impact that individuals, groups, and structure have on behavior within organization for a purpose of applying such knowledge toward improving an organization's activity effectiveness. Thus, again, an explanation for organizational behavior. Organization is a social system. Organization is a combination of humanity and technology. Organizational behavior is the study and application of knowledge about how people act within the organization. It is a human tool for human benefit. Now, what is organizational behavior and why it is important? Different trends with human behavior in organizations are enlisted here. Just have a look on them. Firstly, commitment to ethical behavior. An organization must keep in mind that each and every time an organization must be ethical enough. It must not violate ethical norm to maximize its profit. Okay, this is first thing. Second, broader view of leadership. So in an organization, leadership is a very important concept, and it must be determined by different policies and the choice of leader, which kind of leadership is most effective for which organization. All these are very important facts, and those are related to the output of the organization. Similarly, emphasis on human capital and teamwork, and a chain of command and control. Who will command and who will control the rest? Importance of connections and networks, influence of information technology, respect for new workforce expectations, changing concept of careers, and concern of sustainability. With the tremendous work pressure, what kind of personalities will sustain in an organization is also determined by different other variables. Now, factors affecting organizational behavior: number one, people, structure, technology, and environment. Coming to organizational environment, it is very much related to the people, and within people we have employee and we have manager. So employee, manager, and organizational environment, these three affect each other, and in this cyclical way, which directly bring about change in the totality of organizational behavior. Now, this is organizational structure. This is a pyramid structure which most of the organizations follow. At first, there is one head, and under that particular head there are different directors. They very few in number. They are very few. Now, under each director there are a number of managers. Under this manager there are assistant manager, there are team leads, there are different other resources. So this is a pyramidal structure which most of the organizations follow. However, there are variabilities also. Now, coming to organizational structure, we need to discuss these important points. Firstly, it consists of activities such as task allocation, coordination, and supervision, which are directed toward the achievement of organizational aims. It can also be considered as the viewing glass or perspective through which individuals see their organization and its environment. Thirdly, organizations are clustered entities of the branch, department, work group, and individual. So there are different clusters also. It provides the foundation on which standard operating procedures and its routines rest. It determines which individuals get to participate in which decision making process. It is talking about leadership again. And thus, to what extent their views shape the organization's actions. There are 6 key elements of organizational structure. Number 1 is work specialization, which particular skill and which particular technology is used in which project. Departmentalization. Under this, what are the different departments? Whether at all departmentalization is required and how. Then chain of command, which particular person will command or will have the command and will have the control over others. Span of control, it is the span of how many individuals are being controlled by which leader. Centralization versus decentralization. In a much centralized leadership, a person who has everything in his hand and he is operating the rest. In case of decentralization, he is giving small responsibilities to different individuals. So in decentralization, distribution of responsibilities are there. Lastly, formalization. So these are the different important aspects in organizational structure. Now, what are the different factors of organizational culture? Number 1, teamwork is the basis of organizational culture. So, teamwork is very important. Then, staff is wealth. So, a resource is very much important in an organization. So, resource must be taken care of by the authorities. So here staff is regarded as wealth and it must be fairly treated by the authority. Thirdly, business is the foundation and it is driven by education and research. Lastly, organizational culture positively correlates with quality of life. If organizational culture is good, positive, it will bring about positive change in different life qualities in different individual or employees. Now these are the modern influences on organizational behavior, the changes in technology. Communication technologies will speed up the transmission of information and decision making. Medical technologies will enable people to have longer lives, potentially concerning perceptions about the length of working life, the organization of pension, provision, care, etc. Automation technologies has largely dispensed with the need for large numbers of production workers in many industries. Now coming to the challenges and opportunities of organizational behavior. So in organizational behavior, we can well understand that there is a tremendous work pressure in any organization, because organization leads to bring about high profit, and it actually pressurizes its employees to work hard and maximize their capacities to contribute positively to industrial output. Thus, within this work pressure, these are the following challenges. Responding to globalization, managing workforce diversity, improving quality and productivity, improving customer service, improving people skills, stimulating innovation and change, coping with temporariness, working in networked organizations, helping employees balance work-life conflicts, creating a positive work environment, and improving ethical behavior. So all these are different challenges. Further challenges and opportunities, where one side is challenge and the other side of the coin is opportunities. Those who can handle the challenges, those can take those that are receiving the challenges positively and coping with it positively, can gain different opportunities also. These are using new information technology to enhance creativity and organizational learning, managing human resources to increase competitive advantage, developing organizational ethics and well-being, managing a diverse workforce, managing the global environment. So all these are challenges, but if one can handle the challenge in a positive manner, that person can improve and have positive impact on the organization, as well as it has positive impact on his or her own life also. It will increase job satisfaction, job security, and goodness of other factors in any organization. Thank you.